Okay, that's Simply Red. The song is called Sunshine. Hey, it's here at Cookie Monster Radio, WCMR. Hey, happy Friday evening. I hope you guys are having a great start to your weekend. They call me Brian. And anyway, I hope you're having a great Friday night too. And hey, don't forget, because this is Friday night, to be sure to catch the Saturday night dance party. Coincidentally, that's tomorrow night. So we're going to be heading out to Buffalo, New York. Tom Fazio is your host. He's going to be bringing you some of the best mixed up, mashed up dance songs that you were going to hear on the radio today. It all starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, but for those of you on the West Coast, if 4 o'clock's too early to start getting ready to dance, we've got you covered. We're going to start the dance party for you at 8 p.m. Pacific. So, hey, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, we have a very well-known content creator from TikTok joining us tonight. I followed her for quite some time. I love her delivery style and the things she talks about. And if you've not watched any of her stuff, trust me, after this interview, you need to go check it out. On last check, she had over 2.2 million followers. And like I said, go check out her page. I know you're going to like what you see. Her name is Chole Ferero. Chole, I want to welcome you to Cookie Monster Radio.
It is such a pleasure to be on Cookie Monster Radio. I'm very excited for this.
Oh, awesome. We heard all the people clapping. They're all glad you're here too. So I know you got a busy schedule, and I appreciate you taking the time to be with us tonight. So I guess my first question to you is, why TikTok and how did all this start?
Frankly, it all started because I did competitive debate all 4 years of high school, but I got to college and I had no outlet to release the pent-up, pretentious energy that I had gathered over those 4 years. So I turned to TikTok with my best friend, Annika, and we started making skit videos, actually, because I had also done stand-up and improv as a kid. But beyond that, beyond the skit videos, I would also make little 1-minute arguments about bullshit that didn't really matter.
Okay.
And over time, I got, frankly, more than anything else, addicted to the attention, but also addicted to the thrill of the interaction that you get online. There's nothing like it. And eventually, I was also lucky enough to monetize my content. And from there, I started taking it more seriously. And I've been posting every single day for 3 years.
Awesome. So for those of you who are out there that don't know or have never been to Chloe's page, how would you describe the content that you post?
It's kind of hard to describe because I really just do whatever I want. Management doesn't really like that, but I don't know if I really have a niche. I will say what I try to do more than anything else is get people to think and get people to laugh. I do sprinkle in the fashion and I sprinkle in the lifestyle, but I find that no one really cares that much about what I'm doing in my personal life. They care more so about what I have to say and whether or not they're going to find it entertaining. So honestly, anything that comes to mind, I write it down and I try and post about it within either a couple of days or a couple of hours.
Okay, so the trends seem to change a lot on TikTok. So how do you keep up to date on all those trends as they change and finding things to talk about?
Well, there's a little bit of a formula there. I tell anyone that wants to do content creation that it has to be either a 30-70 or a 40-60 ratio between consuming content and creating content. So what I do is every day I hop on either Twitter or TikTok and I see what people are mad about. Specifically what people are triggered about, whether it's the snowflakes or really any demographic. I try and hone in on that because that's what gets me traction. And so people tend to think that I'm like a cynical freak, but it's really just staying on top of what people are sensitive about. Beyond that, there's just some things that are pretty obvious. There will be trending audios, trending transitions, trending music. And I try to stay on top of those things to be fresh.
So I mentioned at the beginning here that you had 2.2 million followers, which is totally crazy. But
I appreciate it.
How do you? What's your goals for creating, for getting even more followers? Because I know you want to work on that.
Well, frankly, as much as I do want to get more followers, it's not something that I try to focus on too much when logging onto the app every day. What I want to do is primarily I want to diversify my content. So meaning I want to go on to other platforms like YouTube. But in terms of really just growing my followers, I know I said earlier that people don't really care about what I am doing. That's not true at all. I can complain day and night night about parasocial relationships and weird fans that have made me uncomfortable both online and in public. But the truth is that that's what pays your bills a lot of the time. And the parasocial relationship doesn't have to be a weird thing. It can often be something that's quite nice and comes from a place of empathy and kindness in a lot of people. And so tapping into that, allowing people to see specific aspects of my personal and private life is something that I have consistently used as a tool to grow my audience because when people feel that they can relate to you, they want to follow you. It's not just about being funny, it's not just about being interesting or conventionally attractive. It's also, do you speak to these people's spirits? And part of that means putting my life on display sometimes in ways that might make me uncomfortable.
So I know you mentioned YouTube. Do you promote your content on other platforms than besides TikTok?
Ooh, no, I'm lazy. I do and I don't.
Well, I'm sure that's a lot of work.
I should. It is a lot of work. That's the thing. It's a ton of work. I have been trying to promote my YouTube, but my YouTube so far has truly only been for academic purposes. So the stuff that I had to post to YouTube was all done in my undergrad experience. On Instagram, I like to keep things kind of 22-year-old hot girl, to be frank. I just want to look pretty and seem cool. And everywhere else, like my Twitter is private. That's where I like to talk to my friends from home and from college. I have frankly done a very bad job of broadening my horizons. And so 2025, I'm aiming to be better about that. TikTok is my main thing. I also have Snapchat, but TikTok is really where you're going to see the real me.
So what would you say your biggest challenges are, as a TikTok creator?
My biggest challenges, sometimes I attach my creativity to how much income I'm generating. And I think that is something that really any creative is going to struggle with. But I have had many ups and downs with the income side of things. And it's funny to say that because there was a point in time in which I was making zilch off of the videos that I was making. I'd say that's a huge point of stress for me, especially because I'm not just paying my own bills, but I'm also supporting other people with my income. But beyond that, I sometimes just get too in my head. I'd say 95% of the time, I give the fact that I am being perceived almost no thought. It's a choice you have to make doing what I do because if you think about it for too long, you're going to get too in your head. You're going to become removed from what you're good at. And you're going to overthink things in a way that's not actually natural to my personality. But sometimes I do give it thought. And sometimes I do read those DMs. And sometimes I do read what the hate pages are saying. And I fall into this trap of caring about stuff that I really shouldn't care about. And that has at times done a number on my self-esteem and even on my relationships. And so, especially recently, I try to just completely remove myself from what other people think of me because it doesn't really matter. And even if they don't like me, truth be told, it's none of my business.
So yeah, that kind of leads me to my next question I was going to ask you. But hey, if you guys are just joining us, we're talking to I say the because she's like the only one out there, and I love her stuff. So it's the Chole Ferero to me. And so how do you handle negative criticism that people give you? Does that just give you more content to create?
It used to give me a lot of content to create, but recently I try not to like actually entertain any hate comments because when you entertain them, you legitimize them, and then you are kind of like egging the haters on to do it more. I, for example, had a run-in with someone did something to jeopardize the safety of me and my family 8 months ago.
Oh, wow.
And I have said nothing about it, even though it's actually a hilarious story. It's very, very funny. And I know that it would be a great story to tell. I have said nothing about it because I fear that would encourage people to do that once again.
All right.
Beyond that, in terms of, not internalizing what people say, you just have to be headstrong. You have to recognize that if people have a problem with you, 9 times out of 10, it's a projection of whatever they're insecure about themselves. And beyond that, again, in this life, not everyone's going to like you. And if anything, being on the internet in the way that I am, it's like free exposure therapy for reality. And that is that I'm a little annoying, and sometimes people are going to recognize that I'm a little annoying. And so why not just acknowledge it and move on? You know?
So no, I get it. I want to talk a little bit about before we run out of time tonight. A little bit about some of the videos that you do post because some of them are pretty
Of course.
hilarious and they make me laugh.
I appreciate that.
So the first one I want to mention is one I just watched recently. Is where you were talking about the bottom of the barrel tacos that were $130. What was that?
Right. So, obviously $130. I said that price for comedic effect, also to reel people in. A little bit of bait sprinkled in my videos from time to time. I will admit that's my bad. I'm sorry to the American people. But the truth is, the tacos, 3 tacos, and I'm talking lousy tacos that were most likely made in some white mother's kitchen, respectfully, they were $40. And I thought to myself,
Oh
I'm
wow.
already at LAX. I'm at the bourgeoisie center of airports, and you're trying to get me to spend 40 doubloons on tacos that are probably going to give me an incurable illness. This is an insult to Latino America and an insult to my wallet. I did it one time, I will admit. I ate the tacos probably 2 or 3 months ago on my way out from LA to Chicago because I had no other choice, and it made me feel close to home despite the fact that I am not Mexican. I'm Colombian. But, it just filled me with so much rage seeing that price again when I was there a
Understand.
couple of weeks ago. And I had to say something about it. I had to let the people know that they cannot disrespect themselves like this.
Well, the other one that I really liked was we all know that they were in the process of getting ready to ban TikTok and take it off, so nobody could use it. But as that day was getting closer, people started talking about all these bad things that they had done in their life.
Oh, yeah, don't get me started on that. Why are you telling me that you've been evading your taxes for 5 years? The IRS is going to email you stats. I mean, people were admitting to the fact that they had cheated on their husband. Why is that my business? Please tell your therapist that, not the entire internet. I mean, the insane level of clout chasing I witnessed in those hypothetical last 48 hours of TikTok actually made me sick to my stomach because I thought I was a clout demon. I really thought that I put my dignity on the line to chase the fame and the game. No, actually, I have a backbone, I have a spine, and I just don't need to know your personal business like that. I mean, I have told people some wild things on the internet just to see how it'll land. And you know what?
Right.
70% of the time it lands well. But I don't need to know about stuff that's, you know, basically just traumatizing us. I don't need to know about that.
So the other one I want to touch base real quick on is someone actually posted because I know you usually put some of the comments up in your video, what you're answering. And someone asked, "Why, Chloe? Why can't you be normal and post at least just one good video a month?"
Yeah, you couldn't pay me to be normal. I don't want to sound like one of those kids that is convinced that their existence is so deep and mysterious and nobody gets me. I'm not a wallflower. I'm not a nerd. Respectfully, I would like to perceive myself as a little attractive and normal when I need to be. I know when to lock in. I've held plenty of jobs. I've had plenty of positions of authority. But why would I be normal online? Have you ever met someone who's internet famous and normal? Personally, I have not. There's always something wrong with them. Why do you want to be famous? You're a little narcissistic. Oh, why do you want attention online? Mommy and daddy didn't pay attention to me. What is normal about that? And so they're asking me to be something that is just completely unnatural. And beyond that, not to sound like the Wolf of Wall Street, it makes you no money. No money. So, no, I am not going to fit into a cookie cutter just to please one person that only wants to see me once a month.
So Chloe, lastly here, what would you say is your favorite thing about being a creator and an influencer on TikTok?
My favorite thing is that I get to live the life that I want to live and support those that I love most by being my irritating self. There is no bigger privilege in this life that I have experienced than essentially monetizing my personality. That's the way that I put it to other people. It's not about the attention. It's not about the fact that I have a platform where people can see me and hear me and take the things that I say seriously. And I take my platform seriously. It's the fact that it has unlocked a lifestyle that I truly had not experienced before. I mean, I was able to pay my tuition doing what I continue to do every
That's
day.
awesome.
I know. And so I'd say that's my favorite thing, but beyond that, I just like making people laugh. I like making people laugh. It makes me feel accomplished, and it makes me feel like I'm doing something right because I can't always spread joy. I can't always be kind, but I can spread laughter. I can do that.
So if people want to find you, some of our listeners out there saying, "Hey, I want to go watch some of her videos tonight," how can listeners find you?
They can find me at Chloe Ferero on Instagram and TikTok and on YouTube. It's spelled CHLOEFORERO.
Okay, awesome. So quickly, what's next for Chloe? What's on the agenda?
What's next for me? Well, my first YouTube video is being uploaded this Friday, so
Ha! What a
Great.
coincidence!
Right?
Yeah.
What a coincidence. And beyond that, I'm just going to keep going with the motions of the ocean, keep being myself, keep posting every single day. That's my promise to both myself and my audience. And I just hope to, like I said, diversify the things that I do and pop up in places that people wouldn't expect me to be.
Awesome. So, hey, our guest tonight from on the show is Chloe Ferrero. She's from TikTok. She's a creator and an influencer on the platform. Chloe, I can't thank you enough for taking time out of your schedule to hang with us tonight on Cookie Monster Radio. I would love to bring you back here in the future because there's so many more videos I want to talk about of yours that I like, and hopefully we can get you back again and definitely do that.
I would love to be back again. This was an excellent experience, and you're hilarious. So, yes, shout out to you, shout out to Cookie Monster Radio, and thank you so, so much for having me.
All right,
Sincerely.
let's give Chloe a big hand, okay? So be sure you go to her page, check it out. I think you're going to like what you see. And like I said, if you're on her page, stop and say hi to her. I'm sure she'd appreciate that. So, hey, what do you say we keep the music going on this Friday night? Up next, we have Ava Max. She's got a song called Kings and Queens. It's right here on Cookie Monster Radio, WCMR.